By now, most of you who clicked on this video would have been made well aware of the Lamar roast Franklin meme. It was recently added to the GTA 5 meme catalog as potentially one of the greatest GTA 5 memes to ever exist to date. It is well known for its obscurity and its relatable comedy, along with the easy accessibility for parodies and modifications, which has caused it to take the internet by storm. However, there are many dark secrets that lie within, as the lures are far deeper than they seem. This is the Lamar roast Franklin Iceberg. Entry 1. The tip of the iceberg. May 31st, 2015. The original video of Lamar roast Franklin was initially posted on May 31st of 2015. This insignificant detail serves no real purpose to the Lamar roast Franklin lore. However, it will relate to the time theory, as we'll reach in the surface of the iceberg. An introductory example would be the fact that the original clip was uploaded 5 years ago, but only became a meme recently. So we can confirm that time in fact does not exist in the Lamar roast Franklin universe. Keep in mind that time will serve as a reoccurring theme as we move deeper down the iceberg. Multiple parodies. There are countless variations of the Lamar roast Franklin film. Many have speculated if this could possibly mean alternate realities or universes existing. But there's a much more plausible theory, a stronger theory to confirm this phenomenon. A more in-depth analysis will be provided as we go down deeper in the iceberg. International dubs. There are many different variations of Lamar roast Franklin based in different languages. Lamar roast Franklin is currently available in 13 different languages. PG-13. A PG-13 version of Lamar roast Franklin exists. That's it. Last time I checked, no one asked for it, but now you can watch it with the kids. But it does dampen some of the punch in the roast. This version may be airing on the Nickelodeon channel soon, but we're not sure, so don't quote us on that. Rumor has it that even though the no-no words have been censored out, the thought of it is still enough to keep some children awake at night. Reports have stated that the distress has caused a lot of adults to have restless nights too. Lamar roast Franklin fanfiction novel. This might be Rockstar's way of hinting at a possible collaboration with the popular book series Diary of a Wimpy Kid for a visual novel in the works. The Lamar roast Franklin speedrun. There is currently no evidence as to why this exists. Internet. Franklin's crib. In the extended cut of Lamar roast Franklin, Franklin can be seen walking into his house at the front door, and we get a sneak peek of the interior of the house. Middle finger. Credible sources claim that Lamar can be seen throwing a backwards middle finger in the air as he leaves Franklin's front porch, creating the cool guys don't look at explosions Mandela effect. There is currently no evidence to support this theory, but due to the absurd nature of the Lamar roast Franklin universe, this theory is not far-fetched. The surface. Barbershops. After the infamous cutscene, the barbershop is available to the players. This was once again confirmed by the YouTube user Eternal Reality, though I speculate that this was no ordinary YouTube user. Judging by the username, I have reason to believe that this is the confirmation of the parallel reality, different dimensions in the Lamar roast Franklin universe. Keep this theory in the back of your minds, as this theory will be later confirmed as we go down deeper in the iceberg. But he was 6 months late, so I'm still hesitant to believe how much after the cutscene was the barbershop really open. However, as I've previously mentioned, time plays a big role in the Lamar roast Franklin universe, and therefore we conclude that time does not exist. Again, this will be explained in greater detail as we go down deeper in the iceberg. The ass haircut. Franklin from Lamar Roast Franklin is also known as the ass haircut, whereas it was cleverly used as a joke in a memorable scene by the main antagonist of the film as a slogan to describe Franklin's absolute embarrassment of a haircut. This was themed as a fan favorite amongst many fans of the film. It even expanded to occupy a separate subsection meme format of its own. The origins of the EE will be further touched upon as we dive down deeper through the iceberg. My friend Andrew claims that I have an ass haircut. However, due to legal reasons, I can neither confirm nor deny this theory. The 4 horsemen of the ass haircuts. Going off of the previous theory, the 4 horsemen of ass haircuts is a popular meme format that expanded off the Lamar Roast Franklin meme, which typically consists of 4 extreme visual examples of human embarrassment in the form of a haircut. All applicants are usually male. The Franklin went bald theory. This is a popular theory, though only can be individually tailored. It involves the player visiting the barber shop and getting a bald haircut after being attacked emotionally, as a result of feeling insecure and shameful of one's body image, which is the film's statement on one of the many flaws against the downsides of modern society. Merchandise. Most people are unaware of the existence of the Lamar Roast Franklin merchandise collection. From my knowledge, it seems to me that it's only accessible exclusively to those who are subscribed to the Lamar Roast Franklin OnlyFans account. The merchandise vary from collectibles, limited edition t-shirts and polos, collectible antiques, and far more. Personally, I cannot assume responsibility if you believed in this theory. What you do with this information is yours to decide. Cursive/italic speaking. There's a popular theory going around the hood that claims that Lamar is speaking in cursive. This was originally leaked during the 21st century on a popular video exchange website known as YouTube through an online digital comment left on the original posting of the clip by a user we now know as NX, which rhymes with NX, which rhymes with Anax, which rhymes with annex. An annex is a term that dates back within the Latin origins, most commonly used by the Latinians in the Mongolian times, though we do not for sure can confirm that this ties back to the theory that Franklin does have an annex in his crib. Perhaps this was the reason why Franklin was hesitant about letting Lamar inside his house. Beneath the surface. SpongeBob Roasts Patrick. In the parody SpongeBob Roasts Patrick, Squidward can be seen near at the end of the video, serving as a third-party character. Though adding no significant value to the film in general, it is very likely that this is a reference to the Squidward Community College. It is unknown how much Squidward got paid for his role in this short film. The Squidward Roast Franklin Saga. Squidward Roast Franklin is a fan-made trilogy that spans 3 parts, existing as a parody to the critically acclaimed SpongeBob Roasts Patrick. It has gained a lot of media attention throughout the century and is now existing as a popular web series, each part getting more soaked in the SpongeBob Easter eggs than the last. In the finale episode of Squidward Roast Franklin, a featured guest appears on the show for the first time. If you play it back at 3 frames per second, you can actually see the character Patrick at exactly 2 seconds before the episode ends. And if we look back at the SpongeBob Roast Patrick theory, Squidward appears exactly 4 seconds before the film ends. 2 times 2 is 4, which we now know as 4. Which could be the reason why Squidward Roast Lamar Part 4 is still yet to be released. E. The origins of the EE is still unknown. However, it is very possible that it could be inspired by the Shrek but only when someone says E video, which also features someone being called a EE. It is a great video, you should check it out. Then the question would be, how did Lamar get this slang of EE if it was released 5 years before the Shrek E video? As I said, the timeline's all messed up in this universe. The only logical explanation for this phenomenon is that time doesn't exist. Oh, and before I forget, the E is also used as an Easter egg for EA Sports, a competition brand to Rockstar Games, and the E Markiplier meme. Every character roast Franklin. In the Everybody Roast Franklin parody, pausing at exactly 1:06 would reveal an Easter egg on the side of the public transport bus. There can be seen a Los Santos Institute of Roastology logo, this suggesting that all the characters' variations who've roasted Franklin came from this institution. This could be a possible reference to the Squidward Community College theory we talked about earlier in this video. Lamar Roast Franklin YouTube channels. There are YouTube channels that are solely dedicated to producing different variations of the parody Lamar Roast Franklin. Murfish, whom we can only assume is the principal of the Los Santos Institute of Roastology School, is one of those channels on YouTube. Again, his mysterious link to the Squidward Community College is still yet to be confirmed. Franklin kills Lamar. This is not yet confirmed by Rockstar Studios, however, in some parodies, it does involve Franklin attempting to kill Lamar after he was roasted. Take a look.
Fuck man, bitch.
It's your best friend.
You got rid of that old yee ass hair. Fucking ass down.
I had some really good work. Gotta help him, Franklin.
Man, that shit is old.
You are something. Leave me alone, boy.
This will play a bigger role as we go down deeper in the iceberg. Deep waters. Uno switch reverse card. If you play the original Lamar Roast Franklin clip at 0.25 speed in reverse, you'll unlock the Franklin Roast Lamar Easter egg.
And that's enough for me.
You bust ass fool, lame ass nigga.
Okay then, badass. Damn, man. I gotta spend my day with another middle-aged fool trying to recapture his youth. Nah, I ain't missed you. Your ass could have stayed gone for good. So I fucked your girl, mugged your moms, and better yet, I ain't thought about your ass in years. Boom! Bullseye!
Shout out to my barber, Meme Connection.
Dude, holy fucking smokes, dude. My cut is insane. Shout out to my barber, dog.
The shout out to my barber meme have been speculated by many that it may have led to the origins of the Franklin Roast Lamar trend. So if the shout out to my barber guy is the Franklin in real life after he got a haircut, is it possible that it took Franklin 4 years to get a new haircut? Or if we look at it from a different angle, if that really is the live action actor for Franklin, then who's the guy in the Lamar Roast Franklin live action remake video? This confirms the parallel universes theory. Or perhaps the shout out to my barber guy was the GTA 5 rendition of Franklin as a rejected character model, with an alternate cosmetic changes. As I said, this parallel universe theory is very confusing. Dog versus dog. Going off of the previous shout out to my barber theory, if the theory is true, then we can confirm two things. Number one, the dog referenced in the shout out to my barber meme could very well be the same dog featured in the Dog Roast Franklin parody, confirming the theory that this is in fact the barber's dog, therefore proving the roast to be ever more meaningful when it singles out Franklin's haircut. The Gulag. After Franklin gets roasted by Lamar, Franklin can be seen sent to the Gulag where he has to fight the barber 1v1 his way to a second chance at life. This is proven to be the case since in the Lamar Roast Franklin So Hard He Dies video. Again, I personally do not believe in this theory, but it is certainly one worth exploring. This theory was recently debunked by the United States of America. Michael roasts everyone. In the 2020 sitcom, Michael Scott roasts in the style of Comedy Central. I'm surprised. Personally, I'm surprised that this even made the Iceberg. The director's cut of Lamar Roast Franklin, the movie, release date. There is a rumor that the Lamar Roast Franklin, the movie, will set theaters in the summer of 2023 with a budget of $5 to $6 US. However, there is no speculation that this rumor even exists. I have never personally heard this rumor before, even though reports have stated that it ceased productions during the coronavirus pandemic. However, it is rumored that an Indian version of the film has already been released in India.
See you at work. I see you at work.
My nigga don't hate me cause I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick.
And some footage has been leaked exclusively for test runs.
Punk ass fool.
This is a huge chunk of information. This confirms that the climax of the movie does involve Franklin killing Lamar. This does tie back to the SpongeBob shared universe theory, since A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants movie. The Abyss. Trevor roasts Lamar. In the highly anticipated sequel to the Lamar Roast Franklin film, can be seen in the same scene with the same settings, so we can confirm that the characters are in fact sharing in the same universe. This striking parallel also reminded me of the rooftop scene in The Room and The Disaster Artist. SpongeBob Roast Franklin is censored in the UK. There is currently no evidence to back this up. Freddie Roosevelt. Freddie Roosevelt is the 32nd US president. Franklin and Lamar's combined initials form FR, which we can now confirm to be coincidentally also the initials of the US President Franklin Roosevelt. Again, I cannot confirm this theory, but just know that it exists. Lamar Roast Franklin theme song. The Lamar Roast Franklin theme song is currently a lost piece of media, but no one knows if it ever existed in the first place. But I speculate that it had been made to sound nearly identical to the Planters Peanut Butter Baby mascot theme song. The CVC are currently working on a copyright claim for the rights of this song. An unknown user claimed to have found this lost piece of media. Have a listen. Personally, I find this song very unpleasing to the ear. The Shrek is Franklin theory. Hear me out, alright? This one might sound crazy, but when you say Franklin Shrek, it sounds like Frankenstein, whom displays a major shared genetic trait from both these characters, Shrek's greenness and Lamar's being roasted persona. Therefore, I conclude that Franklin and Shrek are indeed related. The character Shrek does cross paths with Franklin in the crossover special Everybody Roasts Franklin, as seen in the security footage. Boom, Shrek can be seen sitting in the aisle seat in the third row by the window. Looks like he's got a seat on the bus. Good for him. What he had to sacrifice to get that seat will remain undisclosed. We won't be discussing over in this video. Along with the Franklin is Shrek theory, also brings eerie evidence that might also suggest links to the Lamar is Kendrick Lamar theory. In Kendrick Lamar's song Hair Down's lyrics, which also mentions hair. John Cena. This is more of an opinion than a theory. Chiliad. Mount Chiliad is infamous amongst GTA 5 players by being by far the longest running mystery in GTA 5. Now this next theory is gonna combine the Chiliad mural to the Lamar's roast speech patterns, and fascinatingly enough, it fits perfectly. There are 3 main parts of the mural, just like there's 3 main roast segments of Lamar's speech: the "I am beautiful" ass haircut and the Tanisha. The "I'm beautiful" matches up with the UFO icon because if you've seen the UFO sightings in GTA 5, it is truly beautiful. The EE corresponds with the hatching egg because it shows Franklin about to change his physical appearance, shedding his skin off of his previous look. And I believe that's Tanisha here, running back to Franklin once he got his new haircut. The 2 triangles around her may represent the baggages of the previous relationships she had with the brain surgeon and the lawyer. Further research is required to confirm this theory. Now, before we move on to rock bottom, the final stage, I just want to give a big thank you to the viewers who made it all the way to this checkmark of this video. Now, without any further ado, the craziest theory, I've saved the best for last. This theory was buried so deep within that I was even hesitant to bring it up to the surface. Rock bottom. Franklin says yes / hand sanitizing wipes. In an alternate cut, possibly in an alternate universe, reveals a happy ending. Franklin lets Lamar come up in his crib. Where Franklin lets Lamar in his crib, there can be seen hand sanitizing wipes? Why it is there, I'm not sure. This could possibly be a reference to the coronavirus pandemic, but the original clip was uploaded 6 years ago. So this does in fact confirm the theory that time does not exist in the Lamar Rose Franklin universe. Harambe. A possible connection can be thrown in there, relating Harambe to the possible Bigfoot sightings in GTA 5 near Mount Everest. We can say this with confidence because of the natural phenomenon that is existence of the Harambe Rose Franklin video. Apparently in the Lamar Rose Franklin universe, there are only 2 possible solutions. Number 1, Harambe is still alive and well. Number 2, time does not exist, therefore Harambe can be spotted in different sightings, confirming that time does not exist, confirming that since time doesn't exist, only the thought of the character ceased to exist. Across parallel universes and multiple timelines, this will be proven to new heights in the following theory. Happy Death Day. This theory's been bothering me for a while now. It has changed my perspective as to how I view the Lamar Rose Franklin universe. The question is simple, yet mind-boggling. What if Franklin is stuck in a cycle reliving the same day over and over again? This could be why the parodies made of the Lamar Rose Franklin video would all cease to exist in the same universe. But this would conflict with the theory that Trevor Roast Franklin is the sequel to the series. Or perhaps the timeline implies that Franklin would have broken the curse by then. The movie Happy Death Day was most likely inspired by the events of the Lamar Rose Franklin series, which was later set to be released in theaters in the United States of America in 2017. Therefore, this confirms 2 theories. Number 1, time in fact does not exist in the Lamar Rose Franklin universe, since the parodies only started and expanded in the late 2020s. Number 2, the United States of America was right about the Gulag not existing.
Patrick, did you hear something? Patrick, did you hear something? A sort of a hopping sound?
Get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with, nigga. That old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet.